Fox News's ratings are so overwhelming now. They are so big now, and he said it. That's a big megaphone. That I think they're a little bit worried in the White House that we are doing so well while CNN and NBC on cable are doing so poorly.
Couple that with a poll that just came out this week that says 40% of the American people identify themselves as conservatives. Only half that number identify themselves as liberals.
That's a Gallup
He may, in fact, Bill,
right?
Gallup poll, yeah. He may, in fact, be concerned that what if this stuff that they hear on Fox catches on?
Yeah, starts to resonate.
Wait a second.
But you see, the stuff they hear on
with
Fox,
the American people?
As you pointed out, they hear both sides. Where you don't hear both sides in the Philadelphia Inquirer, which attacked you once again. Now, I want to tell everybody, the Philadelphia Inquirer is in bankruptcy. Okay, it's a newspaper run by a guy named Harold Jackson. He's the editorial page editor, and the editor-in-chief, William, what's his last name? Maravov, something like that. It is just absolutely going down the drain. And they allow a far-left hatchet man named Young to come on and accuse you of being, complacent in a murder or, stimulating a murder. Same thing they do to me. And I just don't get this. Why does the Philadelphia Inquirer, a bankrupt, want to continue to be irresponsible? Do you have any clue?
Well, yeah, I have a clue. They're clueless. That's my clue. They think they're appealing to a particular audience, and that audience likes that kind of stuff. In my case, I mean, you've gone through this, for the past 2 weeks. In my case, there was a guy in Tennessee who read my book, 100 People Who Are Screwing Up America, wanted to kill the liberals in the book, but couldn't do it, so he went out and he found a liberal church in Knoxville, and he shot up the place, and he tragically, let me emphasize this to my liberal friends out there, tragically killed 2 people. Here's the thing, Bill. A real journalist, unlike Steve Young, and by the way, he's just the latest of a long string of people who have, a real journalist would say, well, hundreds of thousands of people read that book. It went to number 2 on the New York Times bestseller list. Why is it that only one person went out and did something bad? But he's not a real journalist. I hear the music, so let me just wrap up. A real journalist would do that. These people aren't journalists, Bill. They're stenographers. They're stenographers for lunatics. A lunatic says something, they write it down. And that's it. That's the end of the story. That's not what real journalists do.
And that's why the Philadelphia Inquirer is going bankrupt, Bernie, because the folks know it. Bernie Goldberg, everybody.